Mr. Carl Lawrence, are you there? Oh my goodness, what a freaking disaster, but we are here, ladies and gentlemen. We had a driver that decided needed to be updated just as we were going live, and then we couldn't get the resolution fixed. Now the new driver, complete disaster. But if you have just joined us, you have now joined us, and we are now in session practice 4. I think this is practice 4. So there's this session plus 2 more to go in terms of the qualifying disaster. Yeah. That is 100% correct. There were 50 drivers that have entered this new season, proudly brought to you by NAG. There is some little bit of I'd say some prize money that is up for grabs, and we've split some of that prize money across each of the different classes. Back in our console days, we called them tiers, because sometimes you were happy to be in it, and in other times you were not. Yeah. We Well, the reality is that now we've got 50 cars, and all 50 cars will be on the track at the same time, which is definitely going to make it very, very interesting. But also, I think with that comes a little bit of, can we say, just understanding that you're not racing this person. I let him go through. He's not in my class, and things get easier. Or is that not something that we think is going to happen? Can't hear Lawrence. Oh, goodness. So, no, you're not. You're talking to me. So, we'll see. Yeah, we'll. Part of the wonderful challenge that I have now is, let's see what is transpiring. So, currently, the fastest man is the Sham Domingo, but let's see why we're not able to hear. Not able to hear you. Craig, are you being like serious that you can't hear Carl? Like, oh, I don't know. And this is the thing, is that Craig could just be saying, because he understands some of the challenges that we had. So we. So the thing is that when you're talking, I can definitely see your levels going up. Listen, unless I am going mad, and who knows? Oh, okay. So he's saying serious. What about now? Are you able to hear the cars now? Well, now I'm getting double echo now. Oh gosh.
I think Craig was there and Craig was gone, so.
So guys, it hasn't been a good start, that's for sure. Okay, so now we can hear you, but now in my head it sounds like there's an echo coming through. Being very, very, very quiet by myself, so that would have been amazing. There should be 27s, possibly even some 26s. And I just wish that we were able to see the beginning of this, because generally what would happen back in our console days, we ran these qualifiers in this exact format. Your first one is kind of just on about where you would normally practice. You then hit your second session, and generally it's lower, because that's when all of a sudden the nerves kick in, and you find yourself feeling the pressure just a little bit more. Then all of a sudden you go into your last stint, and there are some drivers that find that little bit of a je ne sais quoi, and they put in a cracker to just help that overall average, while others unfortunately go worse as the day goes on. But it is always yeah, most definitely. Sorry, didn't realize that you were still talking there. I did lose you momentarily. So just looking at the current time, so AJ de Cocky's gone 0.008 quicker than Mr. Christopher Radloff. Christopher finishing third in our championship last season. We have Andres Rodio currently in fourth place at 28.3. We start going down the order. Paul the Wall Fenter, fifth place for him. Sorry, Isham, I didn't forget you. 28.2 there for him in third. Paul Fenter, 28.5. 28.5 for Fleming Bauer. 28.5 for Gerard Pretorius, a new driver with us. Fleming Bauer goes slightly quicker, moves himself ahead. Then we got Reno Roberts, 28.6. So between AJ in first to a sixth to ninth place, that's half a second. Yeah, that is correct. So this practice session is over. So as soon as it goes to the end of that session, we'll just bring up the timing. I think it is that one. No, it's not that one. It is that one. That is definitely something special. Yeah, okay, Carl, I'm losing you every now and again there. So now this is the next set of drivers that will now be going out trying to find just their way on the track. You can see drivers fighting for that position. So I've got to go in here and just click the drive once again. So to all our folks that have joined us here this evening, we will definitely ensure that the stream is up and running and we don't have another technical glitch like nothing like coming and having everything ready, all working, and then you face yourself with wonderful technical issues. I, I can now. Yeah, I do agree with you there. So I don't know what you said after misfight, but that was kind of where we left it. So just some of the other drivers that are out on track here. We got Marcus Stain, who had joined us a couple of seasons ago. He did look like he took one season away from us. Jean-Ray Buerta, he has joined us. Welcome, Jean-Ray. We hope you enjoy your stay. Then Jabulani Mazivandondo, he is back in his McLaren, being followed closely there by Mr. Bezadenote and a new driver. That is a Marco Bezadenote who has joined us. How's it, Marco? Welcome. Oh, a little slowing down of the drivers there coming into the Jackie extra cane. Well, no, that's not who I wanted. I wanted Marcus. There's Marcus there. So for this series is we'd have been able to add in the balance of performance, and with that comes some interesting advantages and disadvantages as we go through the season, and that's because if it was not on the low fuel motorsport, what was happening is that you get a minus 40 in terms of your balance of performance. So low fuel motorsport, they essentially have written the balance of performance for majority of the cars. Now they have got a list, and that is of the cars that are driven more often. And the beauty about that is that is about 8 or 9 of the 30 cars that they had corrected, which then opens up the ability to drive some of the older cars because of an increased balance of performance. But 100%. And I'm actually trying to find him. He is currently in the pits. And that is the hybrid of a BMW and a GTR. So when Frankie goes and does his last one, we'll definitely get a look of that GTR, who he has joined the season in it. So that's going to be pretty awesome to see the GTR coming back into the mix. Mazivan Dondo. But the thing is maybe what he's doing is just getting himself a bank. Ooh, a little nudge there. Just move along there, son. But they'll both cross the line and possibly get in a lap time. And where is Bazanit on my list? Guys, first race of the season. We'll definitely sort this out. Apologies. Not what we had expected. Everything was ready to go. I just had to push the start button. And then massive little reminder wanting some drivers that needed to be updated. Then all of a sudden the screen is not showing a full screen. It's showing me a top corner. Troubleshot that. Swapped screens around. Only showing one screen versus two screens. So yes, and I'm also starting to see getting messages of drop frames. So definitely not a good place to be this evening. So we will sort it out. I'll just make sure of that. Thank you very much. And then it will sound like I'm talking to myself for sure. So Mr. Sean Skitter, he's joined us. We had a run-in with him, but he was one of the drivers that was the first to join us at the first Rive and Drive season. And he went back-to-back wins in a BMW. And I see he is here in a Ferrari. Very cool to see. Another returning driver is Chris Haneke. Didn't join us in the last season, so looking forward to having him race with us as well. David Farrell, he's come through in the Alpha 1 Esports, and I see that they have changed their livery, looking pretty fresh there. Flip van Zyl, what is that I'm looking at? That, Mr. Carl Lawrence, is a Lexus. Okay. So that is you agreeing with me. Yes, that is a Lexus. Yo, it actually does sound really good. I actually forgot what this car actually sounded like, to be honest. Okay, so no more open-ended questions for you, Carl. Adrian Russell, in his Ferrari, we have seen him in the Ferrari 4. Etienne Baton, currently in 10th place with a 129.1 with the LTR. Then next person I saw was Romano Jonker. He's joined us. A very snazzy looking livery there. Welcome, Romano. I hope you enjoy your stay. Ulrich de Joachim makes a return in the LTR Jag. And the reason I say that is because on the top left hand of the screen, you'll see his windscreen. It says Jag. Obviously, it's his surname. Thank you for laughing in the background there, Carl. Jean-Ray Boerter. So we've got to be very careful. This is just a side note there for Carl, is that we've got two Jean-Rays that are now going to be racing here this season. Then Mr. Craig Earcoats. Some of you may have seen him on track in the real world. Some of you might have seen him in the virtual world or heard his voice at the 8 hour of Watkins Glen. He was my co-commentator, deciding to leave the microphone alone and come and put in the laps. Stephen Smith in a SARCO hybrid of LTR again. Sean. What, how, who, where? We're going to have to investigate that. We then have Rob van der Heever joining the LTR team. A new signing there. Rob currently sitting down 30.4. Shamil Mohammed making a return and is in an Audi. Nice to hear that Audi back on track. Lucas Jabet also makes a return, driving with the LTR guys. Pretty sure that's the older livery. We'll have to just get that checked out. Marco Bazzato notes, BMW there for him. We did see Jabulani earlier in his McLaren. Then Andre Hillenbrandt, new driver that has joined the SARCO. Welcome, Andre. And that is the end of this split. In terms of the time left of the session, there is 4 minutes, and then we'll go on to the next thing. And yeah, unfortunately, the stream just ended. No, it didn't die. I think it's. I'm getting messages here that we're getting drop frames. So some it will take longer to buffer, and some it won't. What I think it's got to do is just the resolution that it's now captured the screen, and I wanted to just get this up so that I was able to get in and look at the results. We'll have all of these ironed out for the next race. I promise you. I promise you, yes. I did see there was a Ferrari. Well, there we go. See, and that's what happens when you listen at driver's briefing. Well done, that man. That was Fandaheva just waiting for Mohat to go past. Mohat currently 28.082. That's actually a mirror. That's pretty cool. Henry Mayer, what's that? 0.05 of a second in a very, very bright pink McLaren. And that just came out of my brain right now. So you heard it first here, guys. First here. It's the mirror. Oh, Sherbet. Forgetting that people aren't able to hear you. Still don't know why. Yes, so today, guys, it is the dog show, is all we're going to say. Thank you, Frankie. Don't worry, Frankie, we're coming for you. We want to check that livery out. You did say you're going with the OG livery. And hopefully it definitely does pay. Because when we were on you earlier, you were kind of lying in a BMW. Just ooh. Who we're looking at is Justin. And Justin was our first Arrive and Drive series champion. He beat me by 2 points. And he had 2 races less than me. So it just shows you either Justin drove really well or I drove extremely coconutted. Yes. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. 30 seconds left to go. Now, whatever you say, I'm just going to repeat. And then if there are people that can hear, we're going to sound like a total bunch of tools because we're just echoing each other's sentiments. Yeah, saw that little yellow flag. Let's see who is still out. So that's Mohat. He is now Dunzo's. That is Jean-René Boerter crossing the line. Next up is Jonker, followed by, I just didn't get the name in the background there. So Jonker cross the line, he abandons it. So we do have the Marcus Dane on a hot one here, committing into the last chicane, getting that exit up, making sure you don't run too wide. There's a little bump on the exit there, just unstables the car. It doesn't allow you to get the power down. And Marcus Dane improves, goes into a 5th place. Next 2 cars crossing the line. That was Sean. So he improves up into 3rd place. So did I just commentators curse him? So no improvement there for Mari van Donzo. Russell. Wait, let me just go into the game. So this now, ladies and gentlemen, will be the final session of the evening. So Mohat Musa 27.8 there with the Fosses, and you can see the handicaps running down the side. Just making sure that we do have that on the stream, so we are able to go back and review. In terms of? Oh, yes. Well, we definitely go check out Frankie shortly and go and figure out how it is actually working for him. So, Frankie, I hope you're not listening to us in the background, but we're coming for you, Baba. The Zilla. The Frankie Zilla. I love it. Oh, gosh. And can I say what the problem was, what I was actually doing? And then I was looking for Frankie Zilla and not realizing his name is actually Jean Dre Bierkus. Well, there it is, the old HKS. What a livery for sure. Minus 40. Yeah, boy. So it is 1.5 of my son. So guys will be on their outlap. No, definitely not David, because David is currently in the pits. So Jason Farmer, he is currently out on track in the updated LTR livery. Then our one and only lady in the series, Emily Benz, updated livery there for her. Unfortunately, Jonathan won't be racing this season, just due to some work commitments that seem to have crept up on the Wednesday, just making it difficult for him to commit. But he did confirm that Emily will be with us for the season. Then Fleming Bauer, coming with the LTR boys, coming and joining. Awesome to have him back on track. Just as I said that, he had moved up a position. Yusuf Musa, one of our console racing guys, coming back and getting some laps in. Michael Strivik makes a return, and that was not the car I expected him to be driving. Well, he was in the McLaren, and every time he was in the McLaren, he did extremely well. So interesting choice there for Michael. Then a newcomer, Stephen Kutzer. So that's not Stephen. Ah, there we go. And a car that we did not expect, Mr. Terry Wolford. Great catch there, Terry. Makes his comeback and joins in the SARCO and NAG hybrid car. Still don't know how that's happened. Once again, we did fix that. And then a genre currently down 33rd. And now this is part of the interesting thing is you've got to be able to get your lap times in. If you don't get your lap times in, you where we're currently qualifying, you then don't get a lap over the guys that are sitting in the pits, and that would be embarrassing. So Tyler Scott makes a return, and in the McLaren, and I was chatting to Tyler about 2 or 3 days ago, and they still weren't sure what car they were taking. Tyler joining Robert as well as Johan VDV, a new driver that has come and joined us. That is Ati. Welcome, Ati Pino. Currently 11th fastest there for him, 29.9. That is correct. So what would be amazing if he goes 29.299, then my life will be complete. Oh, oh my gosh. He's just at a 29.9 and his number is actually 29. Mr. Paul the Wall Fenter, what got my attention there is I did see a yellow flag. Currently fourth with a 28.7. AJ Dakar currently the quickest, 28.1. So it's still 0.3 from the fastest time that we've seen. Ron Honecker, he just moved himself up. And as I say, moved himself up. Mr. Radloff, Mr. Flat Out himself in a BMW. So again, not a car I would have expected Christopher Radloff to be driving. But a 28.1 looks like he's going to be bringing this challenge to Mahat Musa, who finished off second in our championship last season. We are 7 minutes into this qualifying, and those red cones are still there, which means that the guys have been playing very nicely there. And this is why we chose it. It means you've got to be precise, you've got to be quick, and you got to make sure that you know and maximize your track limits to make you quick. That is correct. Not only that, it is the shortest track, which means that the qualifying times are closer, which means that the variables are less, which means that that top 20 who go through as pro is going to be even harder to get through, but that's the one you want to be going for, because we are paying a little bit of a prize money. And listen, guys, we're not saying that you're going to be putting in your resignation at work, but what it's going to do is going to give you some beers for the end of the season and be paying down to 5th place. How cool is that? In the pro and in the pro-am, we're going to pay the top 3. You invite myself and Carl. 100%. That's kind of what I thought you were thinking there, Carl. Okay, fantastic. Okay, Coke Zero. Perfect. Marius Botma, I've been scanning through there looking for him. He most definitely did not want to drive a Ferrari and has gone back to his old faithful when we were doing a Assetto Corsa Competizione on the console. The Porsche was his car, and here he is trying to tame the beast. I know that he was saying he was batting to keep that rear planted on acceleration. So let's just see how he was able to go. And it's also, like you say, it's tail happy on turn in and on exit. The other interesting thing is that as it gets lighter and the fuel runs out, the front end just becomes dodgy. That's shopping trolley reverse, A firm. And the reason I've just gone there is because this is now another mirror that we're talking about, and it is 28082. It's freaking amazing. Well, it's saying his last lap and the best lap are the same. So could he have just done the 2 same laps? Oh goodness. Well, it's going to be very, very interesting to see where it comes up. Yeah. Like I said, you can't make this stuff up. You can't. Can't make this stuff up. Let's see what's. Oh, there we go. There's. Sorry, I missed Donnie Steenkamp. So Donnie Steenkamp has entered. He did do a few races here and there. He did do some Monday night, but here he is entered the full season from the beginning. So welcome, Donnie. Yep. So for those who are not able to hear Carl, he's just saying that he was able to commentate in an international karting series, but even still commentating on the previous season, we still weren't able to get the drama, the how close it ended in the end. People racing each other to the line after having raced for 75 minutes or 60 minutes. Thank you. No ways. No ways. Ishan Domingo, 128.082, another mirror. What the hell is going on here? Look at that. I can't believe that. 28.0882. And we just created this new word, and what happens? Bang! There's 3 of them. Oh, no ways. Oh goodness. 3 times that time has come up. Yeah. Just incredible. Absolutely incredible. So that's 0.008 is the difference. Then it's another 004. So there is 0.03 of a difference between first to fourth. And that, well, you say a bit of a gap, but it's 0.3. So first to 11th is 1 second. That's the difference. First to 11th. Then if we scroll down, so that's actually, sorry, first to 13th is just, and I'm saying just because it's 0.0 something of a second, is the distance between first to 13th place. Yes. Then I think as a commentating side gig that I've got, I think I would have achieved everything I would have ever expected, and there won't be anything more I would need. Like, yeah, I understand how that could happen. I've seen crazier things. Okay, 23 seconds left, so that means all the guys up until Mr. Radloff, is he going to make it past the line? Then they should be able to get another lap in. 10 seconds. I don't think he's going to have enough time. Let's just check. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. He will have another lap. That is correct, because that has moved up. So he is now... No. Oh, yes, because that last lap was his best lap. So... Oh, Frankie going sideways. That's not going to help his lap. Let's go back to Michael. And this is what I love about the qualifying that we do with those flyers, because we're able to catch the guys at their most dying moments. So crosses line, we don't see Michael moving up the order. Andres Rodeo is being closely full going into the pits. Okay, so that explains that. Isham Domingo, does he have that one last little bit of something? Ooh, a little kick of the rear that generally doesn't help you. And yeah, pulls off to the side. And Mr. Pino, where are you currently sitting? So currently 18th. And crosses line, does he go quicker? That is a negative. So there we go. The final 21. 128.082 the mirror. Second place 128.082 the mirror. Make something up and there it sticks. Can you believe it? Yeah, and I'm wanting to do exactly the same. So now we've just gone back to the session 6, looking for it there. I'm not seeing it. Going back. Yeah, so I am looking at practice 5, but just looking at some of those times. Down to 12th place, that's a second. What's it? Practice 4, we're down to 27.8. So Mohat Musa, the fastest time there so far. The practice 3, 27.9 for Christopher Radloff. Remember I said to you that in terms of the times they generally get slower? Well, this is exactly what's happened. And then Mohat Musa, the fastest there at a 28.0. Oh, 28.027. So that was nearly something else we could have done. So there we go, guys. All the qualifying is now done and dusted. We're going to take all of this time, all of these times, stick them into our little calculator. It's going to give us an average of the best 3. That then becomes the qualifying, and then we split them into the top 20. But there, Mohat Musa in his BMW, that is the quickest time, 27.87. And before we do a call it a day, guys, just want to say apologies. The quality of the stream, we will fix it. The disastrous start that we had all will be sorted out and tested in the next day or so. We'll also just make sure that that Donington server is up for you guys tomorrow, so you can see balance of performance in the servers. And really looking forward to that. So, Carl, look, I think us having a conversation backwards and forward is not really going to be working. So I think we'll just call it there, and hopefully make sure that I've just realized that all will be resolved. I realize that the ACC TV is still on in the background, so possibly not able to see all the names. So if I just close that off quickly, then we can just go back into free practice 2. So that will be the qualifying 1 of split 2. That's a split 2, their first one. We go back to split 1 in terms of their second little go. Split 2, round 2. Split 1, round 3. And now that is pretty interesting for me, because Marcus staying down in 6th got the